Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Once more, taking another look here at Solana, seeing what's going on, keeping you abreast on the wonderful things here in the neighborhood of trading. So we are right at that $58 mark. Really important level to hold. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next here. We're going to talk about that resistance level, back-end data here as well with our liquidation, and just also understanding what could happen next here. Quick congrats again to our community members though. Fantastic trades here. Great job. Medu1122, one of our newer members there. Nice long for Solana. And of course, Satoshi Sancho, very well done on the long for Bitcoin. You're welcome. That did definitely work out very well. We took an entry at 37,450 and took profit at 38,300. So that's a nice little 20% in 4 hours. Not too shabby. We also got some nice profit here from Solana as well from a long, at 21% and 14% from AVAX. That's our scalping trades with our Premium Plus group. So future reference, if you are currently a premium member, be sure to direct message me if you're interested in upgrading. I've got a lot of new members wanting to find that out. Okay, so let's talk about the backend data and work our way down. So first things first, we got a lot more liquidation levels at $52.75. Okay, so just basically a lot more longs entering the market, which is a great thing to see because now these shorts right here at about $61, $60 to $61, they're the next target. Okay, so there's a strong likelihood we're going to see that with the price action retesting that $58. It does appear that that support level could hold too, because if you look at Bitcoin, how Bitcoin's performing, Solana's performing a little bit better, and it's important to understand that with Bitcoin pulling back a little bit, Solana really isn't all that much. Again, we'll show you on the charts. It's a little easier to identify, but generally speaking, those are positive signs here. So again, $60, high level of concentration for liquidation, strong likelihood we're going to see that level swept. Okay, again, having this much volume to back it up, it's a really good sign. Taking a look at the daily, let's go ahead and quickly note just a couple of key factors here. We got a very large amount of value here, basically left in an area of liquidity between 65 and 68. So, there's typical, it's typical for that to get swept eventually. Bear in mind, we have equally the same amount of opportunity to the downside as well with this fair value gap down below. I got the question recently, what's more stronger, liquidity or fair value? Well, fair value gaps typically they get swept over time slowly. And the best way to understand liquidity is it's grabbed fairly fast. And oftentimes what it is they just, whales, market movers, they submit a lot of little small limit orders and continue to push the price action up. Doesn't matter how much selling pressure there is. They keep going until they hit their target, then they just go ahead and sell everything. And a lot of times it creates a big mess. Again, it's different every time. It's not exactly the same, but that's the general concept. Okay, so when I sent out my these are arrows for the 4-hour chart, but generally speaking, I was kind of trying to identify that we're testing resistance on the RSI at 50, and that was on the 4-hour time frame. We got a MACD convergence on the horizon. So two things to pay attention to on this coin. Right here on the daily, you can't really see that. We can just see that the RSI is coming back up. Okay, so again, that's where the daily time frame falls short in a lot of ways. And I talked about this earlier too. Closing above the 20-day SMA is extremely important, and we're right there at this level. So again, all the more reason to wait for confirmation and make sure that you're on the right side of tracks before you take a trade. We have 2 hours left in this candlestick, and it's one of those situations where it probably is best to wait, honestly, to confirm that we can close above this level, but it's looking pretty strong. Now let's talk about the 4-hour and explain what I mean by that. Let's go ahead and make this chart a little cleaner here, pull it up, and get you some perspective. So let's take a look quickly at the volume profile. We can see, again, we're moving into that volume resistance. We've got a ton of volume coming into this coin, of course. Most coins saw a very similar scenario. And if we take a look at this here, obviously there's that. And take a look at Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin ramped up pretty strong. That was about almost a 4% continuation in roughly 12 to 16 hours. Most of it came in one 4-hour candle. Same scenario here too with Solana as well. If you look at it, it's the same setup. Difference is we're printing a greenish doji candle where Bitcoin is kind of a bearish doji candle. Okay. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean anything at this point because we don't know where Bitcoin is going to go exactly, but we are getting more support at 38,000. As we continue to do that, if we can maintain that level, having broken through that a few times now, or this is the second time if I'm not mistaken, then we could very well see Solana continue higher. If Bitcoin pulls back, there's a good chance we could see correction from Solana. So we got to respect that $58 could be a new resistance, right? Well, maintain itself as a current resistance rather. But it could also become a support. And again, we want to just pay close attention to kind of see the correlation between the two, but it does appear that Solana's a little stronger than Bitcoin is, at least on its own accord. Whereas if Bitcoin were to sell off and start pulling back to 37,000, we may not see a massive correction from Solana, this time around. Again, previously, most recent last few sell-offs, Solana hasn't done super well, okay? Again, a lot of it's based on it being overextended, but now that we have a lot of volume and we're averaging this price out, its average true range is $58. We should be able to see that work as a support if we can kind of maintain this level. So let's talk about this here. This is what I was referring to earlier with the arrows. We're right here at this point trying to test 50 on the RSI. We also can see here we got a MACD convergence that wasn't fully converged previously. Now it is, okay? Very, very strong signs here leading us to the potential reality of the price action going higher. Another thing that's great about retesting this level here at 0.5 on Fibonacci, roughly $59.70, is the fact that we have higher lows going into it, okay? Most other coins are seeing parallel lows and they're having difficulty crossing these necklines essentially, okay? So a lot of double bottoms we're seeing right now. This is not really a double bottom, it's just a better looking chart, okay? So that's nice, we like to see that. Last thing I want to take a quick look at here is the moving averages. This was another thing working against us previously. We blasted straight through that. So all three moving averages are now below the price action, giving us the support that we want and the support that we need, okay? So fantastic stuff. That is really, really good looking here. And I'm sure that we're going to have broken through the cloud, but when we were talking earlier, it was getting very, very close to the upper lead, which was this guy right here. We're pretty much right in this zone, and it has since broken out in the last 6 or 7 hours. So awesome stuff. These are all fully confirming signs. These are basically the exact same signs that I saw on Bitcoin if you caught my video earlier. We were right here, breaking through the cloud. We went long at this point, took profit right here, okay? And that's what got us a good 20% on a 11x trade, okay? Again, fairly simple, fairly straightforward, but once more, you find good entries based on confirmational factors, which we see here in the charts for Solana. We've got some good confirmation being above the cloud here, being above the resistance level, now turn support, and of course, having the convergence and being above moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. Those are all positive contributing factors. So to me, a long at this point seems much more sensible than a short. Be very, very careful if you're considering shorting this coin. And again, liquidation levels are pretty concentrated at $60, so consider taking profit at 59.75, 59 3/4, whatever you want to call it, just below that level so that way you can ensure you are profitable. But it seems fairly likely this level here at about $60 will be retested in the near future. Okay? Whether or not it's period of consolidation first or perhaps even a leg down to a leg up again, both scenarios are possible, but Solana's looking pretty strong right now. All right, folks, that is my analysis. Hope this made sense. Please make sure that you take advantage of this exclusive offer from Bitunix. Again, if you use my link to register, jump on over there, trade some futures, you'll get a $20 bonus. If you haven't used my link yet, be sure to do so you can benefit from that. First 100 spots available. I think there's a few spots left, and that is available only until November 30th. There's going to be more promotions coming along, of course. Phenomenal exchange, no KYC, no VPN. Our community loves it. In fact, it's really cool to be able to kind of see these trading results too. You can kind of see here, we got some community members working it very well. 50x, nicely done job there, Satoshi Sancho. Appreciate you mentioning that. All right, thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.